Y'all did all of that for what? Hey y'all, my name is Deuce and welcome back to Producer Post, where we talk about Black content because child, today we are talking about Season 3 finale of Grownish. Who do you love? Now, if you're new here, this is the Aftershow. Aftershow, we talk about it, and baby, we have a lot of things to talk about. So let's get right into it. But before I do that, y'all should check out my other stuff. I talk about other Black shows. I put you on to Black content that you might not know about. And I occasionally do poetry, even though I haven't done poetry in like 2 years. But, you know, I might do it again. But yeah, that's enough so promo. Let's talk about the finale, starting with our favorite toxic couple.
I want our story to start now, like, right now.
So we start the episode off phenomenally, okay? And it only goes down from there. So yeah, Aaron's graduation protest was a success, okay? Like, no one would go up and they're like, the graduation will not proceed until we, unless our demands are met, that Caillou divests today, and they did. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was really powerful because the first protest was interesting, but the second one, especially since we got Charlie on the staff, which by the way, that chancellor was like, call security on the whole graduation class of 2020. Really? Like, that's a bit excessive. But yeah, so I'm glad that went well, but Aaron can't even celebrate the fact that he graduated and the fact that, wait, what was his major? I forgot. Grownish doesn't even talk about the college stuff of college. It's just a setting for them. It's just a setting. But yeah, like she's talking about, oh, I'm gonna re-enroll so we can see more about that life that we know about. But yeah, that really blew me because they were, Aaron can't even celebrate the fact that he graduated and the fact that he was able to get them to divest because he's worried about the fact that he cheated with Zoe. And so he confides to Doug and Vivek, which, side note, they were like, Zoe has sex? I think she's a selfish lover. Yes. Zoe, did she not have sex with Cash already? Did we forget that there was a whole thing with Cash? Anyway, because I'm pretty sure Cash was like in the 6th episode. Oh yeah, guys, that's my girl, and I took her virginity. Like he said that like really proudly on the internet or something like that. But anyway, that's irrelevant to the point that she still had sex with a man who already has a girlfriend, which I thought last episode she told Rochelle about. She didn't, and they're so awkward. And it got even more awkward when Rochelle and Aaron kissed. And so it was like, I gotta go, you know? Then Luca talks to, Zoe talks to Luca about it. And Luca was being shady, but as he should, because I would be shady too. Like, what are you doing getting yourself involved in all this messiness, huh? And like he said, you are putting Rochelle on a roller coaster she doesn't even know that she's riding. Come on. So yeah, I don't like that, and I'm not mad that Luca said what he had to say. He's so fake deep though. But why do we hear Luca talking about Luna but not Nomi? Nomi was absent this entire season finale. But yeah, that was interesting. So then after that, Zoe was like, oh, I can't sleep. Let me send a you up text. So Aaron, of course, responds because he's a whore. And he's like, yeah, let's talk this out. And Zoe's like, there's nothing to talk about because I'm removing myself from the equation. I should never put you and Rochelle in this situation. I'm like, oh, that's very grown of you, Zoe. That's very grown of you. I was very surprised by that. That meant nothing though, because after she re-enrolls, which like I said, I think is stupid. For what? What are you re-enrolling for? College is just a setting for you. It's just for you to, can't you just be a freeloader? Like, or find a job that's close to campus so you don't have to leave your friends? Because that's really what it was. You miss your friends. You didn't miss college. You miss your friends. You want to be with them more so you could grow up. What is the point? And who's paying for these classes? We still don't know about Dre and Bo, how they feel about the fact that she dropped out and now she's re-enrolling. I really want to see that, but anyway, no one cares what I have to say. Except for the fact that I think Zarin should never happen at the end. Oh, they're so toxic. Like, Zoe, you had feelings for him this entire time. You kept playing games, okay? And he was like, oh, but you know what? I do have feelings for you, da-da-da-da. And then they kiss, and I'm like, bro, you have not broken up with Rochelle. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think that is very much a mistake, and season 4 is just gonna be messy. Just absolutely going to be messy. Like, Aaron, you keep playing yourself and you keep getting played by Zoe. You Zarin fans aren't gonna get what you want because they're toxic, unless you guys really, really want that toxicness. So some fans on Twitter really do, but me, nah.
Just it kills me to say this. I'm going to do what you've obviously been too scared to. I'm calling it quits.
So the first subplot of the episode was Daz. And Doug starts the episode, you know, trying to get drunk because he wants to celebrate for his friend. And ironically, Aaron wants to stay sober because like he's feeling, you know, guilty. But yeah, what does Doug have to feel guilty for? So he tries to get drunk, and then I think homegirl's drunk too, Jazz. And then they come up to each other all drunk, like, let's unpause. And then they do. And then because Doug got thrashed, he gets his girlfriend walks him home. I mean, it's nice that she cares for him, but personally, you want to talk about masculinity, your girl should not be walking you home, okay? Okay, you should not be so gone that your girl gotta walk you home. Come on. So who's gonna protect her if you're that drunk? Who? But, you know, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, so yeah, he's so drunk. Actually, he's in that state of inebriation in which he just says anything, no filter, and he just randomly tells Luca, you know, Jazz had sex with some guy on the track team. And so that leads Jazz to believe that he's not over it, you know? And so she asks him about it, and he's like, you know what, yeah, I still can't get that image out of my head, which is hilarious because he really couldn't. He was about to have sex with that fine specimen Jazz, but he was thinking about another man. Sounds pretty gay to me. But anyway, he was still thinking about that. And Jazz was like, yeah, if you can't get over it, I think we need to break up, like, completely. And I didn't see that happening. I really was rooting for Daz only because it's the only healthy relationship, but I am also rooting for Jazz's mental health. So if this is what's best for her, I have to support. Was not seeing that happening. But if y'all break them up, Jazz better be in a happy relationship next year, because we need something healthy to balance out the toxicness, okay? I'm just glad Zoe didn't end up with Luca. I would have been so mad. Or had like regret sex with Luca because he was feeling down with Jillian, which I was actually wrong. They did long distance, so they're good. But yeah, y'all better do my girl Jazz correct. So the last portion of this, I want to talk about the miscellaneous stuff. So at the end of the episode, well, first of all, early on in the episode, Vivek was like, oh, this is changes for all of us. Like, I'm getting out of the drug, your boy's getting out the drug game. And I'm sitting here like, why? That was your whole character. What are you gonna do? And also, it was confirmed in the beginning of the season that the reason that the girls have this nice house is that Vivek is paying for it. So if you don't have drugs, how are you gonna pay for this big house? I don't think the writers thought that through. But he's doing it because, oh, I don't want to lie to Heidi. Why were you lying to Heidi in the first place? Why were you lying to her? Okay. But yeah, he said once I finish his last batch, which apparently he didn't, and he's on his way to somewhere in California for the summer, and he gets pulled over, and Heidi pulls out the drugs instead of like puts them away. So she really wants to get him exposed, and she gets on my nerves. She's like, oh, what do you have to do? You didn't do anything wrong, right? Regardless if he does anything wrong, Vivek is a person of color, and it's the police. He may not be black, but he's definitely not white. I fear for him. I fear for him. I really do. And if y'all don't have a police brutality episode, he might be in jail. Heidi, you might be too. Unless you're telling me that's like Heidi's dad or brother or something that can get him out. But y'all playing with my man's Vivek and my soul. Other things I want to talk about is y'all never resolved the fact, last episode, okay? Last episode. We never found out if Javi was cheating with Anna. I don't care about them cloud colors, but I sort of want to know. Other thing, it's nice to know that Gilly and Luca are still together, but long distance. Final thing, we never got a resolution this season about Nomi and Phil. We saw that Nomi told Phil, we really didn't hear what he had to say. So yeah, that's miscellaneous stuff. Anyway, that was season 3 of Grownish. Pretty good. But I have a video coming up, hopefully, and I'm gonna talk about the colorism. But until then, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all. Oh, and tell me what you thought about the series and the episode in the comments below. Y'all know I like conversation. But yeah, other than that, I will see y'all whenever.